Rain or shine, it's here to make you laugh. It's the Steamboat Comedy Podcast. It's the Steamboat Comedy Podcast. And now your host, Kyle Ruff.
Pretty soon, though, it's going to be full of yucks.
Packed to the gills.
Packed to the gills.
What does that mean, packed to the gills?
It probably means up to, like, your neck. Like, if you were a fish, that's where your gills would be. I literally think that's what it means. I'm not sure.
Is that really? Because I just thought about it. Packed
Like,
to
I've
the
had
gills.
it up to my gills.
Humans used to have gills, so.
Back when we were water monkeys.
Back when we were
sea monkeys.
Back when we were Kevin Costner people.
Yeah.
Yes. Back to the future.
Back to the future. That's a Waterworld reference
Back
for
to the
you
Waterworld
fucking millennials.
future.
I feel like we had a really long discussion about Waterworld once on this podcast already, and how
Probably
it's the
have
best
talked
movie
about it.
ever. Yeah, how
It's
could
one
you
of
not?
those with a-
Everyone's talking about
I
it.
mean, it's going to come up every third podcast for
I
sure.
hope so.
I mean,
That's what
why
people wanna hear.
not, dude? It's like Dances with Wolves in the ocean.
In the ocean,
Yep.
dances with sea wolves.
Dances with seals.
And when he shows you the gills behind his ears, that's where Packed to the Gills came from, was Waterworld.
Yep.
And then,
Yeah.
because they said that in that movie a couple times.
He's
Kevin
like,
Costner was like,
He's like, my
put
boat.
that on my boat, pack it to the gills.
Pack it all the way to my gills.
And he pointed at his gills.
And he's like, see?
I pee in a fucking plant and drink it because I own a catamaran.
Yeah.
Get out of my way.
Do you understand?
Holy shit.
I can dive and see old skyscrapers. I have gills, and I've had it up to
I
here.
had it up to here
I'm
with
gonna-
these gills.
I'm
These
just going to go ahead and
gills.
say it. Kevin Costner is not a good actor.
Oh, God, no.
What he is he's the personality that can alter films for the benefit of the audience. He's a very good filmmaker,
Yeah.
and he's a great producer, and he brings it all together, but he actually is a pretty garbage actor.
He's a one-trick pony.
I fucking loved Robin Hood growing up, and it wasn't until I got a little older I was just like, wait a minute.
Wait,
Like,
this sucks.
why does everybody have an accent except him?
Right.
Like, even Christian Slater had an accent because he's a real fucking actor.
It was like Tom Cruise in that Valkyrie movie.
Oh, my God.
and he's like,
don't
I can't do a
even.
German accent, so no one's allowed to do a German
Oh, and
accent.
yeah,
Yeah,
they just did the
bitch.
voiceover of like some German accent writing a fucking, like he's writing a letter home, and then it just slowly just molds into American English. And I'm just like, oh, this is how the whole movie's going to go. It's how the whole
Like,
movie's going
that's
to go.
retarded.
And of course, the rest of it's like a classic, World War II movie where everybody is just English.
I can't for the life of me think of a good Kevin Costner acting movie.
Neither
I
can
I can name like three
He's
good
Dances
Kevin
with
Costner.
Wolves. Dances with Wolves.
Is his acting that good in it though?
No, he's not
No.
the main acting brilliance in that. No.
No.
Everybody who's part of the Sioux Nation in that film is amazing.
Yeah, the chick that he's acting next to is
Great.
hot garbage at acting. She could barely formulate a sentence. Remember?
No, that's the whole point.
yeah.
'Cause
No,
she's
he-
authentic.
I got.
Oh, that-
for,
was
for
that
the
it?
life of me,
Yes.
I can't think of
Oh,
a single.
I missed that completely. Then what is that movie about?
Dances
This
with
bro
Wolves-
can't talk.
Oh,
Just change the channel.
It's about a Marine who's crippled. He goes to space to go to a different moon to have redemption. He hangs out with a bunch of Indians.
Yeah, yeah. And then Giovanni Ribisi's like, I want natural minerals. And they're like, fuck you, corporate man. And then Kevin Costner dances.
With wolves. He doesn't dance
Yeah.
with one wolf in that movie.
You know,
Yes,
that's
he
a solid
does.
point.
Yes, he
one
does.
scene where he grabs a wolf by its paws.
And
they
then
do
does
the
like
tango.
the little
Yeah.
dog
does it,
kind of. We've all done it. You grab a
Yeah.
dog by the paws and you're kind of like, I'm dancing with him. Look
You know
how
how
tall
to,
he
yeah,
is.
everyone knows how to dance with a
The
wolf.
cover of
Yeah.
Dances with Wolves, the first one I believe was more like Lady and the Tramp, and it was just like him with like tails on his fucking suit, hanging out with a wolf.
Yeah, and they eat a big plate of spaghetti. And
Dances
they
with
suck
wolves.
on both ends, and then all of a sudden they kiss at the
And
end.
they slaughter a bunch of Indians.
They kill Indians.
And then they're like, man, that spaghetti was actually pretty garbage spaghetti. And
Yeah.
that's Dances with Wolves.
And they're like, these Indians can't make spaghetti for shit, and then they kill all of them.
Yep.
And welcome to the Steamboat Comedy Podcast, everybody.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. It's been, I feel like just the last podcast we did, I was like, we're back from a big hiatus.
We're always back from a
We're
big
always
hiatus.
we're just a really inconsistent fucking podcast.
No,
is what it comes
that's
down
good.
to.
We need substance. We need time. If we did this every other day, it would be like, well, we're here.
Yeah, we'd be
again.
talking about Dances with Wolves or some shit.
Again and again
or
and again.
Waterworld, or who knows? Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner, a.k.a. I wish I was Harrison Ford.
No, we.
Well, to be fair, who doesn't wish they were Harrison Ford?
Is that like you going to be you or Harrison Ford?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick
No one
Harrison
else?
Ford every time. Would you?
Bro, he's like 89 years old though.
Yeah, but he did well.
You can't even get a boner at that age though.
There's pills.
You think Harrison Ford still gets boners?
Yes.
I think Harrison Ford does whatever the fuck he wants to.
Yeah,
'cause
he's kind of like Jimmy
Han Solo.
Page. He
There's
can just stare out the
no-
windows. He doesn't know what pleasures him anymore. He just is just content. He's just happy. He doesn't need drugs. He doesn't need sex. He's just, I'm awesome. And that's
You don't
it.
think he has a desire to get boners anymore?
No, I think Harrison Ford's moved on from it. He just like in the 80s and 90s, he just tore up puss, and then now he's just like,
Yeah.
well,
He's
I'll
like,
just make movies with dogs. You
Yeah.
know, I don't.
he's like, I don't think there's any more puss to tear up. I've done it all. I've
He's
seen
like
it
Jack
all.
Nicholson in The Departed. He's like, I don't need pussy no more either.
It's like, I just do it for fun. I'm the sport.
Just throw cocaine on hookers.
Yeah, don't move till you're numb.
we
shit.
didn't. We took a hiatus.
We took a hiatus, and now we're back.
Yes.
I'm Matt Newland. I jumped the gun.
Yeah. I was,
Oh, shit,
I
we
was
were
just
supposed to
about
introduce
to.
me. Fuck.
All right, we'll introduce
We'll
each other.
edit that.
All right,
okay.
we're gonna big edit. Okay, and I'm
Cut.
your
Fuck.
Yeah, fuck.
Damn it.
I'm your host, shit again, Kyle Ruff, joined to my right by Matt Newland. Say
Matt
hello.
Newland's. What's up? Check it out.
And then joined across from me by Reed Belmonte.
That is my name, people.
There he is. I
That's
like
my
how-
name. Don't wear it out. Do you know what movie that's from? Originally.
Streetcar Named Desire.
Nope.
It's like a solid guess, actually.
Austin Powers.
No, that's pretty close.
That I don't
though.
fucking know.
Batman Returns with
That's my name,
Keaton.
don't wear it out.
Yeah.
Who
Really?
says that?
The Catwoman does.
Oh,
Michelle
word.
Pfeiffer. Is that
Pfeiffer.
Oh,
Michelle
the
Pfeiffer?
Fife.
The
Yeah.
Pfeiffers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
isn't Michelle Pfeiffer's?
Michelle
isn't-
Pfeiffer.
I always
Michelle
get her
Pfeiffer's.
and that other blonde chick mixed up. Naomi.
Maybe Watts.
You know they're the same people though.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Good. Glad we got that.
I'm
cleared up.
certain
It
that
just
Michelle.
depends,
I'm certain
you know.
that Michelle Williams and Carey Mulligan are the same person. They just switch continents every now and then.
You're just a racist. That's all.
They're both what? They're both short, petite, blonde women with big eyes and short hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, big time.
You're a racist.
Nah, it's not a racist thing.
You just think all short, petite, blonde women with blue eyes and long hair look the same because you're a bigot.
Yeah,
You
pretty
are a
much.
bigot,
yeah,
dude.
because I'm in Steamboat, and they all look like
And
Olympians.
this is Steamboat Comedy where we promote hate.
they all look like retarded bronze winners. Yep.
There it is.
Yep, there it is.
There
All
it is.
right.
If you guys are having the retard tally, I think we're already at 2.
I threw one out.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you and I just said it, so that's 3.
That's fucking it's retarded for.
And the rotation's correct now.
We can't go down this rabbit hole again, boys.
It's that time. It's that time of the month. Matt has to drop the N-bomb on the podcast.
Oh, give me time.
He'll slip it in real casually.
Give me some time, dude. You gotta-
So, speaking of which,
speaking of N-words,
speaking
Kyle,
of
what do you have to
N-words,
say?
hey. A lot of things have happened since we last spoke,
Yep.
since we last gathered.
A lot of moons, many moons.
Many moons.
Many moons.
Oh, many moons. It's been the age of a dog. And
wolves.
or a wolf, or a wolf that dances
Yes.
with Kevin Costner. That's how long it's been. I'm losing focus. All right,
Bro,
so
we're gonna keep bringing it
what
back.
happens?
Right back to Dances with Wolves.
It's always, I mean, seven degrees of Dances with Wolves. You remember that game, right? Everything goes back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, since we last spoke, a few things have happened. The big one, just shortly after our last podcast, was our extravaganza show. Actually, you know what? 2 shows, because we haven't done this since before our great comedy show with Trace Womack and friends.
Trace Womack killed.
Trace
Wait.
Womack-
We've talked about the thing at Oak Creek.
No, we haven't.
Well,
we
we did-
scrapped that
We
fucking podcast.
did a podcast, a little inside baseball. We did one, and it was so terrible that we deleted it
And you
for
think of how
reasons that won't be mentioned.
Okie dokie.
Yes.
a
Drew
couple
was
of
here.
us took our dicks out.
That one, yes.
That one.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got pulled off YouTube because they're like, you can't just beat off on camera and call it a podcast.
But we were like, we weren't beating off. I was beating him off. He was beating him off. And they're like, you can't circle jerk either. And we're like, that's not
All
in the
these
writing.
rules.
That's not in the writing.
Yeah, they let him do nude yoga now.
Yeah.
The hell? This is art. Damn it. So we did our show in Oak Creek, which was
Holy shit.
a blast.
So much fun.
Dude, how many people do you think were there, Reed?
I'm going to go ahead and say there was like 100 people there.
Roughly.
I'd
Roughly
say it was
100
pretty damn
people there.
close if it wasn't 100.
They mostly came in right before we were about to start too. So there's a certain point where like I'm looking around and it looks like just a bunch of old people at this VFW and playing pool, and it's just like, oh, so this is what we're doing today.
I was playing pool and I beat that guy.
That's what
You
matters.
guys remember that?
That
Great
was worth
job,
the drive.
buddy.
That was a good night for me.
It was a great
Bombed
job.
on stage, but I beat that guy.
Shit my pants on the
No,
show,
I
but
My fucking ass, you did. That
Yeah.
was we all kicked ass.
Yeah, everybody
that
kicked
night.
ass.
That was a lot of fun. I did not expect that comedy show to go that well, to be honest with you, by the crowd and everything. But man, that was a lot of fun.
yeah, it was great. They were, I mean, Steamboat, for those who aren't in town, and for those who are, can probably understand this.
So for
Steamboat's-
anyone,
Yeah. It's a great
you
summation.
either live in Steamboat or
So,
you
so
don't.
those who are here and those who aren't here, I'm going to tell you the same piece of information, which is Steamboat's a bit on the, how you say, uppity side.
Yeah, that's a good word for it.
I mean, not usually our crowds, but just kind of in general.
Yeah.
And comparatively speaking, Oak Creek is kind of more in the rednecky side.
You can make fun of Rachel Maddow in Oak Creek.
yeah. Yeah, Reed was like, these fucking liberals, and they were like, yeah,
I hate
yeah, fuck 'em. Or here, they're like, did he just make fun of us?
Right. Well,
I'm
that's
like,
what
"Aw."
that was the first thing that we noticed about Oak Creek is that, here, you say a certain joke in Steamboat, you have the kind of people in Steamboat that are going to be looking around and be like, how many black people are in here? Can we say that? Or like waiting for other people to laugh, like it says, ha ha ha, okay, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where like in Oak Creek, they're just happy to have a comedy show at their bar.
Yeah.
In general.
They're like,
And-
we never do anything
Yeah.
like this, and this
Holy
is cool.
shit. So it had a mixed bag of everyone. And it was just, God damn it, that was awesome.
Yeah, and it was in conjunction with their little festival thing, so I think a lot of people are in town for it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were coming for the band afterwards, too. And
It was just a good amount of locals, too.
Yeah.
I know some people in Oak Creek, they're like, yeah, we showed up for that. And I was like, you guys are lame. No, you guys are cool. You guys are awesome.
it's like, well, you came for me? What's
Yeah,
wrong with
my
you?
God, I don't even come for me anymore.
Oh.
Oh, no, I come all the time.
You're like Harrison Ford. You just can't.
He can't get a boner. Anyway, the show was fun.
So good. It
And
was so
I
awesome.
have to say, one of the highlights of the whole show is the bar manager there. Her son, was front and center.
Well, no, it wasn't the
For
bar
the
manager. It was my bartender at Ragnar's.
Oh, okay, sorry.
A friend of mine, shout out to Terry McKenzie.
Okay.
Her son.
I
who
knew
was
you were going to say the name.
probably,
You couldn't help yourself.
You all know.
Yeah.
Her son's probably about 10, and he
Yeah.
was sitting right front and center the whole show by himself, had a balloon in his hand.
It was a beach ball.
beach
Oh, it was a
ball.
beach ball.
Couldn't
You're
look
right.
any more fucking innocent.
Like-
Sitting there holding a beach ball, drinking a fucking soda.
Yeah, he might as well have
Front
been
and
like
center for the
licking
show.
a lollipop with like little like a little hat, like a little beret with like pigtails coming off the back, and just like, what is this, Papa?
Yeah.
Fucking ready. He thought it was a Kenny Chesney concert, though. That's why he had the beach ball.
Yeah, he's like, where's all the sand? I thought
Yeah.
they were gonna bring in sand.
He's
And
like, bring
Ezra-
out Trace.
yeah,
Trace
he's
Womack.
booing us the whole time. He's like,
I'm
where's
here for
fucking
Trace
Trace?
and all of his friends.
Yeah, I am a friend of Trace, and I'm pissed.
But he was at most 11 years old.
Yeah,
Well,
and he
that
was
was-
a great sport.
He was
And-
a good sport. I right before we started, I looked at Kyle. I was just like, man, I may have to like switch up my shit if he doesn't like leave. This is gonna be weird if he's in the front row. And Kyle, like, I can see it in his eyes. He was just like, yeah, it's kind of weird, but he's just like, yeah, well, they grow up fast in Oak Creek, and he just like walked away. He's just
It's
like,
true.
all right, fuck it, and like, yeah, he took it really well, and he was part of the material. Everybody like did something about him being in the front. Yeah, that was really awkward yet super super funny. He took it very well.
Oh yeah, and
We didn't see that in Steamboat.
no, not. I don't think we've had really almost a couple open mics. Maybe there's been some like younger kids.
I know we gotta get the middle schoolers back to our shows.
And,
Yes.
That's
and
what
to
we're
be
trying
fair,
to
I
say. We gotta
started listening
advertise
to
more.
I started listening to
Absolutely.
rowdy comedy when I was like fucking 10 or 11.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
for sure. That's
come on.
when you should get introduced to it.
Oh yeah, everyone saw like South Park for the first time. And they were in like middle school.
Yeah.
And was like, oh,
Blue collar comedy was huge when I was like 11. I was like, these guys are the funniest.
We changed
Yeah.
that kid's
Fucking
life.
guys.
and it was
Yeah.
they were clean, but they were like talking about like buttholes and like
Yeah.
banging each other and
And then
fucking-
Ron White would come on and just be a degenerate.
yeah, just
Oh
like
my
I'm
God, that's
hammered
funny.
right now.
He's like, I really shouldn't be here, but I'm funnier than all of them, so I'm gonna close.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love Ron White.
So, yeah, side note, probably the funniest out of the four of those.
Oh, that's why they would
Honestly.
have him close, bro.
Fucking
He
Christ.
wouldn't
Ron
wear
White
fucking
kills.
flannel and shit. He'd wear a suit and smoke cigarettes, and they're
It's-
like,
yeah.
"You're gonna close the show."
Yeah, he'd always have like a glass of like whiskey and a big
Yeah.
fat fucking cigar.
He's the coolest.
So good.
Still is.
Still, no, he's still going.
Yeah.
Yeah, still is.
Still going. I
He's-
don't know
he's
about
an
the
absolute fucking
rest
champ.
of those guys. Did
I
they
think
do anything?
I saw something for Larry the Cable Guy, or like a he did like a special in like 2016.
Really?
I don't think one person watched it though. I really don't even think he watched
Yeah,
it.
see, I've never even heard of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
He made so much goddamn money that he could just retire.
There's still
and-
people who would be like, I'll go watch Larry the Cable Guy.
He could probably come out like as like a reunion tour of one, you
Yeah.
know, and he could probably sell tickets for like $300 and like sell out like the fucking Bama Stadium
Yeah.
today.
Or people who aren't like mega comedy fans, like only know a few names.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Oh, Larry the Cable Guy's
Like,
coming
"Oh,
to
I remember
town."
Larry the Cable
Yeah,
Guy.
Shit could be a funny. That could be a funny night.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Bill Engvall's like the manager of a fucking Lowe's.
He's like, here's your sign, remember me? And they're like, don't talk to
They're
me.
like, oh my God, where are the ceiling fans? Don't
Yeah.
look at me.
and like, just
Jeff
just
Foxworthy's
point
thing.
me to the plumbing
Yeah.
and don't talk to me.
Man who wishes he was as funny as Jeff Foxworthy. Yeah.
Jeff Foxworthy still does Golden Corral commercials. I
Oh,
think.
fucking hell.
Good for him though.
Good for him,
Fuck
making
yeah.
that money. Him and Larry the Cable Guy both made money.
This is Bill Engvall. Here's your sign. He just handed him receipts.
Here's your receipt. Remember, that's
Here's your
kind of like my
sign.
tag. And they're like,
And, yeah, bring
stop-
it back if it's broken or anything.
Just
Just make sure you have that sign receipt.
If you could
Fuck.
do that survey at the bottom, it really helps me out. Anyways,
So,
speaking of the Blue Collar Comedy Tour, so we did that
Anywho.
show. We were joined by Corey David, came
Mhm.
up, was our headliner, did a great job.
KD.
Dana McTavish.
Yep.
Dana
I
McTavish.
said KD like Corey David. Not Katie. Like I
Oh.
didn't remember her name. You looked at me like you forgot her fucking
yeah,
name.
I was like, what?
Which
KD.
I would never.
Yeah, Kevin Durant and
You know Corey David is the original Kevin Durant.
that's true. The same height.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Kevin Durant stole Corey David's initials.
It's kind of a shitty move, really. by
It's
Kevin
bullshit,
Durant.
and I
A lot
feel
of people
bad
don't
for
talk
Corey.
about it.
Yeah. And he doesn't like bringing it up, you know.
Yeah, we're just
He
gonna we're gonna
doesn't.
go ahead and move on. So Dana McTavish came up. She was great. Corey David headline was awesome. It was us three plus Drew. Had an awesome time.
It was fun. It's
Can't wait to do it again.
I'm very excited for the next Oak Creek show.
The owner or not the manager was really impressed. Really enjoyed it. Said she's down to do more events. So stay tuned. We'll see if we can make that happen. And then the next weekend,
we'll make it happen.
we're going to make it happen, buddy. Next weekend, we went back to Schmiggity's for our final installment of the Schmiggity's Summer Stand-Up Series. With
The finale.
The finale. The
The final Lee finale.
the grand final. And
You
It
think
was-
they were like everyone was just saying the grand final, and someone was like, "We gotta make it sound cooler."
like that doesn't, yeah.
Can we say like finale?
Finale.
Can you French it up for me?
Yeah.
Finale.
Fiend. I hate that when at the end of a movie when it just says Fin. It's like, go fuck yourself.
Finn.
You think you're better than me?
Yeah.
You said Finn.
Mm-hmm.
I hate you.
Say
Proper.
ish.
I just
We
I
should
don't
just
like
say ish.
the French are assholes is what it really comes down to. But
What is a PhD anyway? Like, fuck those people.
yeah, right. Stands for
Go on, Kyle.
fucking fucking
Pissy
QB
hormonal doctors.
dickheads. Because fucking is spelled with a PH. Because
I was
I'm
like,
smart.
yeah. I was like, wait, what?
It's- a lot of people don't know that's the correct spelling. I have a PhD in languages. So, did a show with Adam, Kate, and Holland. It was a blasty blast.
Very funny man.
Adam, Kate, and Holland is the man.
Goddamn professional. Is
Oh.
what the fuck he is.
And just the nicest guy ever
Yeah.
to fucking sit and chat with and grab a beer after the show, shoot
Yeah,
the
he's
shit.
cool as hell, man.
It's cool as fuck.
Nice fucking guy.
Yeah, we did.
Funny as balls, dude.
Corey David
Oh.
has beady eyes. He may be a spy.
KD?
Talking about
You
KD.
talking about KD like that, bro?
He's got
KD?
2 first names. That's suspicious.
Yeah.
Sounds made up to me. Oh, I'm David Joel.
You couldn't even
Don't
think of a
believe it.
different name than David. No.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Joel is what you went
Like,
with.
yeah.
You know that super common first name, Joel?
Joel David.
Joel David.
I know one dude named Joel. That's it.
Is it the second Coen brother?
Joel Cohen?
Yeah.
Nope. Never met him.
No. That's
It's
the
on the
only one I
bucket list,
know.
though. He's on my bucket list.
Mm.
Is that a thing? Like you put people on your bucket
Yeah.
list?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's
people you're gonna kill.
My
Yeah.
bucket.
you get your bucket list confused with your hit list. You're like, wait, shit.
There's people who talk about their bucket lists. Like,
Why did I
you know,
wanna meet
oh,
this
mine
guy?
is like,
Like-
you know, Donald Trump
Yeah.
and
Before
Nancy
I-
Pelosi. And they're like, oh, mine's like climbing Everest and going to a vineyard. They're like, yeah. That's my bucket list too.
Yeah. They're all confused. They're like, yeah, before I die, I'm going to murder skydiving. Wait a minute. I got the wrong list.
Oh, fuck, I brought the wrong list.
Shit. I don't know who to kill.
He's just getting strapped onto some dude with a gun.
I guess I'll
He's
kill
just
you.
like-
Got a gun.
I'm going to kill you halfway down. Sorry. It's on the list. I can't redo the list.
I'm about to die. You don't get it. I have
Yeah.
cancer.
I'm terminally ill, sir. This is a dream of mine. Don't be a dick about it.
But yeah, that
Summer Schmiggity shows.
Summer
that was a-
Schmiggity
that was-
shows.
that was a fun time.
So that was a great time. Did 2 nights again. Corey
Mhm.
came back. Was our feature.
The return of KD is what we
The
were calling
return
it.
of KD. It was the whole town was talking about it.
Yeah, everybody was there. You guys
Newland-
hear KD's coming back?
Fucking this guy fucking blew KD out of the water though. He had to
Had a
go
good set.
back to being called Corey David after that.
Had a good set.
He's like, I can't live up to KD after
That was-
Matt just
that was
fucking
a nice one.
Matt blew the roof off the place Saturday.
Night, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
I was just in the zone, bro. I was feeling it.
It was awesome.
I don't
Fuck
remember
yeah.
what
The
we
crowd
were
was
doing.
hot.
They were
too.
hot tamales
They were
that night.
fucking
That's what I went up there and said. I was
caliente.
like, you guys are hot tamales
Yeah.
tonight.
And you did that little shake.
Yeah,
and
I
they were
didn't
like,
do any
"Woo."
of that.
There's some panties flying
I
in the
went
air.
straight into the material. No, I didn't because there was fucking the drums behind me were making noise.
Was that
When-
Saturday night?
Yeah, when
it
that
was. 'cause we
when
had
that
the
was
DJ
happening, I was
Friday.
like, oh, this could be.
yeah.
I'm not gonna tell a joke until that gets fixed, dude.
I'm glad you did it because like I was like, fuck, we're stuck with this, and I was like, I just gotta power through.
Well,
What are we doing?
So I went up there and like there's a drum kit behind us, and the first thing I think I said, give it up for Kyle, and I said it kind of louder than I normally do my jokes. So I was like, oh, maybe it was just because I kind of yelled, and then I said another normal sentence, and it's still like the drum kit rattled,
Yeah.
and I was like, well, this set's fucked. I'm gonna bomb.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do a joke until that gets fixed. And I
Right.
was like, because I think Drew was up. I was like, Drew, did you hear this doing that while you were up? And he was like, no. I was like, huh.
Well, Drew's 900 years old.
Yeah, he's
He
deaf.
didn't have his ear trumpet, so he couldn't hear it.
So, but Kaylin said she didn't hear shit either.
Oh, I heard it the whole fucking time.
Really?
But what sucked was Saturday we had kind of it was kind of a hectic start, and I was kind of running around getting shit going with tickets, and like the door guy Jay was like, hey, like you got cash, and he was like switching me out stuff, and like so and so is saying he needs this and that, and so by the time I got up to like I didn't even do a sound check. I just got on stage and was like, here we go.
Yeah.
And it was already rattling, and I was like, I can't be like, all right, let's start. Oh, wait, no, let's stop.
Yeah, we're stopping.
Somebody fix this.
Until we get that fixed.
Yeah, but I'm surprised that Kaylin and Drew didn't hear it because
Yeah,
it was
Drew's old as
me-
hell.
Well, right, he needs probably a double trumpet.
The trumpets
you know
on
what I
the
mean?
ear.
He needs a whole orchestra on his head to hear anything. Kaylin, I don't know. Kaylin was too busy just giggling and charming the pants off everybody.
Giggling on stage. Kayla's too busy giggling on stage.
She's a giggler.
She's a giggler.
She's a gig. I feel like
No,
she.
but
could-
that dude fixed it immediately, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
didn't look like he did anything.
I mean, I assume he just stuffed a rag because it was the little beads on the bottom of the snare. Is what it was doing.
The sound guy.
The sound guy.
He was up there so fast. I was
Yeah.
like, is this thing fucking ringing? And then he was jumping on stage.
Yeah. Shout out to Bobcat.
And I was like, is this a bit? What's going on? And then he got off stage. I was like, he didn't even do anything. And then it stopped. I was like, all right, we're cool. That was my whole set. And then I got off
And
stage.
then you got off stage and it was thunderous applause.
Thunderous, dude. The roof blew off.
And Corey was like, how do I
follow that? Can
He's like-
someone fuck with the drums before I go on
He's like-
stage and make it rattle?
can you just make it worse again? It's like, don't call me KD anymore. Call me Corey.
No, it was a packed house. There
Yeah.
was a fuck ton. There was as many people there as there was at Oak Creek, but in a tiny fucking room.
Damn near. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was awesome. Yeah, Friday there was like another band in town and stuff, and so it's kind of
Yeah, it was
disappointing attendance.
the snow blow job, snow bowl.
The snow blow.
The snow blow job
Mhm.
band.
A snow job. Yeah, there was some guy from fucking Phish,
Like
which of course in
Cancun.
this town was like, oh, one of the guys from Phish is here.
I'm gonna pull my prints out. I'm gonna see
It was like a
to my
roadie.
fucking
I think it was a roadie from Phish.
Yeah,
came.
it's literally he's just the fluffer for the band. Like he doesn't even play an instrument other than the skin flute. Wow.
Yeah, you just
but
passed out.
I set
grilled
up the
cheeses.
trampolines
Yeah.
for when they're peaking on acid.
Yeah.
Like, wow, you're so amazing.
Yeah. I get the brown
You're
M&Ms.
genius.
Yeah, it fucking Phish
Christ.
sucks. And this town is obsessed with bluegrass. So like we were competing with that Friday.
Yeah,
and
we lost.
It hurt us. We lost. And although
We
I
lost.
saw Pat. So the guys from Schmiggity's put on those shows. They promote them, and he said even that like they kind of ate shit on sales.
Yeah, you double dip it. And you got comedy on one venue and then Phish on the other.
And then fucking Phish.
You just have one. Everyone would go to that.
right? Or we should just have Phish comedy.
And we would all get laid. But instead, the Phish guy's getting laid.
yeah, that guy's getting all the puss.
He's getting all the fish. Fucking Phish.
Fucking bullshit, dude.
Yeah, it was
Hate
like the
Phish.
fucking backup lead vocalist for Phish was here.
Yeah,
Wow.
Sang Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
for an hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
And they charged $47 a ticket.
Right. Yeah. It was. Yeah. It was 2 songs. It was 90 minutes. And it had a 15-minute percussion solo.
Yeah.
And everybody was silent during it. Because if you're a real Phish fan, you don't make any noise. You be quiet and close your eyes because you're there for the music.
Yeah.
You're not there to party. This is serious.
And you're
Yeah.
tripping so hard you don't even know how to make noise or
You're-
where you are.
Phish is. You have to be on acid to like it.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
It's dumb.
After a while, after 2 minutes, you're like, "What is this?" But
You're
if
like-
you're on acid, you're just like, "I'm flying through space," you know.
Going on a
Phish,
musical
dude.
journey with
Fuck
Phish.
Phish.
Fish sucks.
I think a Phish song came on my Spotify. And I was like, who is this? And I looked at it and saw it was Phish, and I hit next.
That's the appropriate thing
Yeah.
to do.
That's Phish.
Like
There it
immediately you're
is.
like, wait, something's wrong.
Like, this song's been 9 minutes. What the fuck is
yeah,
this?
why
It's
is this
Phish.
still happening?
And not only did I hit next, I hit the down thumb. You know what I mean?
Gave it the
So
dirty next.
Wouldn't come on next.
Mm.
But then, I mean, that guy from Phish is pretty cool. We hung out with him after the show.
Yeah, no, we had a great time.
So we cut our sets early, went and saw the Phish show.
Yeah. I didn't even see Adam. I just
No.
went, you know who did that actually?
Yeah, I know who
Drew.
did that.
Oh no shit.
Drew left early and saw Fish.
Yeah, well, I gotta go, see my boy.
Yeah.
Babysitter. He's always talking about the babysitter. It's like, bro, you leave your kids by themselves. We all know that.
You don't have the babysitter is what he calls the TV.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the babysitter's what he calls the
Like,
LSD.
I'm having troubles with the babysitter tonight. He's just too drunk to drive, so he can't.
I bought a van for
I
the
love
family.
Drew.
It's
Drew, if
like
you're
you
listening,
mean
I
for
love
you
ya.
to sleep.
We do love you, Drew. Of course we love Drew.
We fucking
Drew
love
doesn't listen to this.
You do. No, he does.
He does.
He's like one of the only people who listens to this.
So we have to say hi to Drew. Hi, Drew.
Hi, Drew.
Fuck you, Drew.
God, dude. We're trying to be nice.
So mean to Drew.
You know what Drew did on Saturday night, though? He forgot his last joke, and Kyle knew his last joke.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. He literally pauses and he's like,
Fuck, what's
He's
my
like-
next joke?
he goes, "What's my joke?" And he literally goes, "Kyle, what's my next joke?" And I paused for a second. And I was like, "The national parks,"
And he was like, oh, yeah, and that was it. It was actually it.
God damn it.
because I know all of Drew's
That was
fucking jokes.
Fucking hilarious. So.
Yeah, it was really funny. And then, the best part was when I fucking before Adam went up.
Oh, that was a blast.
I
That was
so
a-
it was 9/11 for those who forget what date that was.
I
And
always
how
forget.
could you?
And how could you? And that was a joke that I thought of 2 minutes in and forgot to bring up until the last second. So it was in between Corey and Adam. And there was a great crowd, and I was like, I got to get a picture.
Fantastic
of the
crowd.
Amazing crowd. And so I was like,
Everyone was horny too.
oh, so bound up.
Great crowd.
Everybody. The guy
Everybody
from
there.
Phish was just banging everybody.
Everybody there, yeah.
And it was awesome. And we
They
were all
got
just watching.
horned up, and then they went and banged the dude from Phish.
Yeah. During the show, too.
Yep.
He was just walking around with his cock out, and chicks were like, I'll have a taste.
Yep.
You know? Like an ordeal, like an hors d'oeuvre plate.
But you went on between
So I
them.
went on in between. And when Pat does the lights, the picture that's, if you go to steamboatcomedy.com, the first picture you see is a giant crowd from one of our shows, like the best attendance we ever had. And I just went up to take a picture, and all he did was really quickly flip all the stage lights, so they got fancy stage lights, back to the crowd. And I took a picture quick, and we went back down. And I was like, hey, can you do that again? And old Bobcat, who was back there, he was like, I don't know how to do that. This other guy has all the lights. And he's like, you should go to Maddie, the bartender, and tell him to just turn the lights up. And I was like, yeah, okay. And so I went to Maddie, and I was like, can you just like pull the dimmer up a little bit when I go up there and take a picture, and then I'll take a picture quick. He's like, yeah. And so I get on stage, and
Hot crowd.
Crowd's so hot.
Hot crowd.
And I was like, hey, everybody, I'm going to take a picture of you guys. Thanks for coming out. And Maddie on cue pulls the lights up, but he goes a little bit too high and pretty much turns the lights all the way on, which I was like, okay, whatever. And I take the picture, and I was like, cool, thanks, everybody. And then I was like, I just remembered it's 9/11. I did the one thing you're not supposed to do, which is forget.
Yeah.
Which in my brain, great joke.
But out
But
loud.
out loud, not a good joke.
Nothing.
And remember how way back before the crowd was really hot?
Yeah.
It wasn't hot anymore after those two things.
And not to
Peed
mention,
over.
you had done 10 minutes of stand-up where you could have done that joke.
Oh, yeah. And also every other in between for the entire show.
Right in front of the headliner.
Which I meant to do, but much like 9/11, I forgot. And so then I'm like, anyways, here's your headline. You guys ready for your headline? And they're like, yeah.
Sort of now.
And they're like, I guess.
Like, I don't know. I
Fuck.
kind of want to fucking jump outside and run. in
Yeah,
front
now
of
I'm
a
thinking
fucking
of
bus.
like how my cousin died in a fiery explosion 20
After I
years
just
ago
got done
on this
seeing
day.
everyone's face because you turned the lights
Yeah,
on
right,
and remembering I'm at a
could
comedy show.
see all of the ambiance was gone, and I get off stage, and Adam gets up and he's like, "Great job, Kyle." He was just like, it's a great thing to do is to when
If any of you guys are thinking about putting on a comedy show, here's a great thing to do.
When everyone's really excited and you want the momentum to keep going, or like right before your headliner, make sure that you turn on the lights. Remind everyone that it's 9/11 and kill all of the momentum.
And then bring the headliner up.
And then bring the headliner up.
And then he just ripped on that for like
Oh,
fucking 10-15 minutes.
Murdered
bro.
me. And I was dying though. It was funny.
so
And it
funny.
was funny because like it brought the crowd energy immediately straight back
Yeah.
to the
Oh,
ceiling.
Awesome.
Because he's a pro. Because he's a
Consummate professional.
fucking absolute
dude.
animal.
He was so fucking
And
good,
even
bro.
like there's a couple times in the set he like callbacks to like he ran out of beer. He's like, "Can I get a beer?" And I was like, "I'll grab it." And I go and get the beer, and he's like, "Thanks for the beer, Kyle." Like, what day is it? Is it 9/11? Anything you want to say about 9/11?
Yeah. So you talking about like the Holocaust and shit. Mention,
Yeah.
flip on all the lights, mention the Holocaust, tell everyone that their parents just died, and then bring on the
And then to
headliner.
bring on the headliner.
Yeehaw.
And I was like,
Nice.
"You got me, sir."
It was so fucking
Oh,
good.
it was
Good
so
picture,
funny.
though. I'm glad you did it. 'Cause
Oh, it
you
was a
got
great
good
picture.
picture.
Yeah, it was a
And they
great
got,
picture.
Like 10, 15 likes, which makes us feel good for 20 minutes.
All of the hot likes, baby.
I love getting likes, baby.
That's what we do it, dude.
We need them.
The clicks pay the bills.
That's
As
what
they say.
what they say.
That's what
We
they
said
say.
that.
We did, and we were right.
We're quoting ourselves
And
now.
here we are, not paying the
Even though
bills.
it's in a podcast. No. You know what? I was thinking about this. You know why our podcast should be super successful and famous?
Why?
Because none of us that I know are rich or have any money.
Yeah.
You guys, are you guys rich? Are you holding out on me?
No.
Then we're just
That's none of your
normal
business, man.
fucking guys
We're just normal guys.
talking about.
Super relatable.
It's so relatable.
We're we're just
very.
like you, listener.
We truly are.
Did we?
You hear like Joe Rogan like talking about problems and shit. You're like, dude, we all know you have $100 million right now.
Easily.
We all know it.
Just from Spotify.
And
More
any
than
other
that.
like successful comic that talks about money, they're like, I'm not rich, but I'm not. They always say like that one thing where like, I'm not, hurting for. I'm not doing
I'm
bad.
comfortable.
They always start for a while. They're like, well, I struggled for a lot of years, so now
struggled-
I'm doing okay.
No, I do okay. That's what they always say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. It's like, no, you're rich.
Yeah.
You're rich.
It's like you're saying this to me on Netflix.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm
you're
barely
Joe
doing. I'm
Rogan.
legitimately barely doing okay. It's like how you doing, man? I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Surviving.
You're
Paying
You're
rent.
Tom Segura, bro.
Barely.
You're fucking rich,
Yeah.
dude. I'm not rich. It's like,
I'm
you
not.
are.
I'm not rich. I struggled for a lot of years.
You're rich.
That's why we're so relatable.
That's what I would say
We're
to
the
him.
most relatable podcast nominated, most reliable, relatable,
reliable and relatable.
Reliable.
and
That's true. We
retarded.
we keep on chugging.
the three
Three
R's.
R's.
Reliable, relatable, retarded.
Did
That's
we
what we
win
offer.
Best
We are
in the Boat
very-
podcast?
So it takes them apparently over a month
4 years
to decide.
Really?
Yeah, I went on the website and it was like, because the voting ended like the end of August. And they're like, be patient while we tell you the votes. We'll have them out November 4th. And I was
November 4th?
like, what?
It's election month.
Oh, that's a really good point. There are, 75,000 people in Steamboat, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
That they have a lot of shit to do.
There's
Well, they got to take all the
11,000
bribes.
on a good day.
They got to take all the bribes in the meantime.
Yeah, that's true.
If we don't win Best Podcast in the Boat,
We
I'm
talk
calling
about
up-
this every
I'm going to be
podcast.
fucking pissed.
If we don't fucking win and those fucking nerds
I'm
beat
calling
us.
up Trace, and we're getting his friends.
And we're going to go
On the
whip
couch.
some ass.
Whip some ass while listening to some Garth Brooks. Or
Yes.
whatever the fuck they fucking
And we'll be the
covered.
best in Oak Creek. How about that?
Shout
Steamboat
out to
Pilot?
Trace Womack and friends for
Trace
doing a
Womack.
great show. I saw 36 seconds of it.
Yeah,
before
they
we
played the
left.
same song 8 fucking times, dude.
Well, I kept,
Oh, what did you say though when you brought? Stick around for Trace Womack and friends. They might do a Tyler Childers
Tyler
song.
Childers?
Yeah,
they fucking.
or whatever his fucking name is.
Tyler
Oh, it's
Childers.
because the one
Whatever,
chick.
dude. Childers, have you met him?
Oh,
You
she
know
kept
his
doing
name's
your
that?
sound check.
She-
She'd just be like, give me that moonshine.
Yeah. Well, they did a sound check that lasted, I don't know, an hour and a half.
Yeah,
And she's sang the same song. at
Beautifully.
least-
beautifully.
The same song we heard her sing after an open mic one time.
Beautifully.
Great.
You know, if it ain't broke, don't
If
fix
it ain't
it.
broke, don't fix it. And that's why she only does one song,
ain't
because you
broke.
can't fix it. And they sound tested that one song so many times. Yeah, by the
Just
end
the,
I was
like-
like, hey, they might even play that one song you heard for an hour and a half.
And it was pretty.
That
funny.
was pretty funny. I
It was
forgot
pretty
about
funny.
that.
I also didn't
It's
take
Tyler Childers. Are you really gonna fucking
Tyler Childers?
honk my horn about that, bro?
Yeah.
What did
dude.
you say,
Get your shit
Childers?
together.
I said Childers.
Good
Yeah.
enough.
I thought you were mocking him like he said it wrong. Taylor Childers.
No,
no,
don't
that wasn't
project onto
wasn't
me
the funny part. The funny part was that I made fun of the band
for playing the same song.
for playing
Ah.
the same song a
Well, I was-
thousand times.
I was definitely making fun of that, but yes, it's Tyler Childers.
We got to get to the bottom of this, Reader. We're gonna have a problem the rest of this podcast.
All right, guys, let's just fight this one out real quick.
Jesus Christ, I'm getting sweaty.
I didn't take advantage of making fun of the lead guitarist because he had 5 guitarists. The lead
Well, I kept
guitarist,
being like, who's Trace Womack? And then right before, I think it was actually after I got off stage. It was either right before or right after I got off.
We kept trying to fucking guess. We're like, no, it's the drummer. Like, no, it's actually her. She
I
goes
thought
by
the
Trace Womack. Like, no,
older guy
no,
was.
Trace.
The guy came up and he said, I'm Trace Womack. And I said, oh my God, I was trying to guess which one was you and which were the friends. And I think it might have been the drummer.
Who said he was Trace Womack?
Yeah.
No,
No,
it's-
no.
no. It's
It
the
was-
tall
he
guy
the-
with the acoustic guitarist, the lead singer.
Was he the lead singer?
Yeah,
He's kind of
Yeah,
a
he had
little
like a
thicker,
white goatee,
the white
bigger
goatee.
dude.
Yeah.
Because I asked
as
him.
big as
he
a
was-
Chevy truck. Yeah,
Yeah, I
he
didn't
was
really pay
standing
attention.
back there with us. I think you were next to me, and I was
Yep.
like, are you Trace Womack?
Yeah, you
He was
asked.
like, yeah, I am. I was like, awesome to meet you, bro.
Yeah, we've been talking about you so
You have
much.
no idea how much this means to me, man.
I thought he was the drummer. I guess I was just not. I was just
No,
high.
bigger dude, goatee.
Yeah.
Not the old
I
skinny
remember
dude,
the
though.
big and the goat because he was
Yeah.
next to me. All
I
big
thought
with his
the old
goat.
skinny dude was Trace for sure. Turns out.
The old skinny dude was just part of the 90-minute sound check.
Oh
Yeah.
God, those
He was
sound check
just talking
guys.
to him like, we didn't.
That also helped us out at the Oak
Creek
Creek show, though, because it was like a 20-minute delay to our start because we couldn't figure out the sound.
True. It was I mean, we could figure it out. It was just the two old guys. Someone even told me, I think it was Ed. They're like, "Oh, this guy," because he'd done a sound check at the press ones before. He's like, "This guy's like a real like, gotta like finnick with it
Yeah.
forever." And then
Which is cool if it's music, but it's like it's just our voices.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Which like and Drew did the same thing. It was before the show. He's like, I know that guy. It's like he has to be a perfectionist. And
Yeah.
they must have diddled with that sound. I mean, they did at least an hour fucking sound check.
Of course,
and then after
of course,
they
Drew knows the fucking sound guy.
Drew knows
and
everyone.
Steamboat, like, oh, this sound guy, man, he was working for Goose and Phish, back in the day, man. I hung out with them a little bit and had a couple beers.
yeah, we had acid. We were at CMC together. We both took boot fitting together. It was fucking cool.
Totally know the sound guy for Steamboat.
Yeah.
Christ.
Oh. Which I got a side story about that. But yeah, they did that sound check forever, and I was about to fucking just like go off on these sound guys. I was like, you don't need to fucking check it anymore. We're running
Yeah.
like 20 minutes late. Stop doing this sound check.
We're just going to talk.
And then I was like, we're just talking.
Reed
fuck with
doesn't
that.
even need a microphone. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
And I was also like, you had an hour and a half to get this right.
Right.
The fuck? We all know that, you're getting higher than the grocery bills or whatever's in that fucking song over and over and over and over and
Or
over
whatever the
again.
fuck George Michael was on that night. Jesus Christ.
George Michael?
Oh, the lead singer, the lead guitarist
Oh,
of the
you
band.
hate that guy.
He's
He's actually a really
I
nice
like
guy.
that
His
guy.
name's
He's a nice
Jeremiah.
guy. Yeah.
His name's Jeremiah.
Yeah, he's really
You sure
good.
it's not George Michael reincarnated?
Well, there's a J and an M in that name, too. So.
Dude, he has one of those beards that like you draw on, you don't shave. You like draw it on with a magic marker because it's
Yeah, the
skin
Adam
tight,
Lambert
and he
beard.
wears the sunglasses on the inside. Totally,
The Adam
because you
Lambert.
gotta have faith, the faith, the faith. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Adam Lambert gay?
No, but
Um,
George Michael was.
George Michael's real gay. Oh, he's dead.
was. Yeah, he's not gay anymore.
No.
He's just dead.
You're not gay when you're
When
dead.
you.
We're all straight in the grave.
When you. Yeah, I was going to say, when you die and go to heaven, are you still gay?
you just go to pussy heaven. And
No, that's not true. All homosexuals go to heaven.
That's the new movie. It's the sequel to All Dogs Go to Heaven. It's All
gays
Gays Go to Heaven. But no,
yeah.
when you get to heaven, then God's like, here's my gift to you. I cured you of your gay.
Oh, God, bro.
Or no,
I'm
he's more
kidding.
like, hey, like, welcome to heaven. Like, zoop.
Yeah. Like, oh, I can see God's dick. And he's
Oh,
like, oh,
dude.
yeah, you do, buddy.
Yeah, baby, it's heaven.
Yeah.
You gotta
it's
suck
heaven.
this dick, bro.
Yeah. And they're like, what?
I mean, what?
I'd probably
Maybe
suck
it's
God's
heaven.
dick.
Then they
Maybe
blow
it's just
God.
God's penis.
Maybe
That's,
it's just God's dick. Yeah.
That could be a porno. That could be a gay porno. We could start doing that, guys. Not us. We can just write it.
Yeah, I
Hey.
mean, dude,
We can write
keep
it for our
professional.
friends. Yeah.
Just a fun skit.
We'll
Fun-
kidnap
It'll
people.
be a funny sketch
It's gonna be funny.
if we dress Reed up like God and have you blow him. That would be funny.
Wait, I thought I was God.
Let's get one thing straight. In this situation, I'm 100% Buddha.
I had to read the sketch. He's like, wait, am I God or are you God? I was like, oh, I was gonna be God.
We're gonna shoot them both.
Yeah.
And see which one we
We'll
like
see which
better.
one works better.
Yeah, we'll let the editing room decide.
Yeah, and then after I go first and Reed blows me, I'm like, I'm not really feeling good. I don't think we're gonna shoot the second one.
This is kind of stupid now. I'm a little tired, actually.
Yeah,
What? You said you were. No, we're good on the first take, Reed. We're good. We're good.
Yeah, I think we just totally nailed it. To be honest with you,
But,
Reed's just-
okay.
Chugging a Gatorade. Like, I think I'm done, dude.
I'm just like, ooh, I need a nap.
I'm in it for Steamboat Comedy, man. I'm here to win it, man.
I'm
You want me to be God or you want me to suck it?
here for you, boss.
God damn, how do we get
Yeah.
from that tangent?
Yeah, where are we?
Whose house is this?
We
Trace Womack.
We're
Trace
three
Womack.
dudes who rent and are relatable. That's why you should listen to this podcast.
Yes.
Who other podcast has 3 dudes renting?
Just
Any podcast that no one listens to.
anyone in Steamboat. And I believe we're one of 4.
We're here. Swear.
We're here.
For now, we'll see
Just paying rent
what it
because I
looks
didn't buy
like at the end of the
Bitcoin.
lease.
Yeah, we'll
we
see.
might need to get a new studio.
Yeah, might not be renting it at the end of this because be homeless. But yes, okay.
Gentrification.
So what else has happened since then? What have you guys been up to?
Go ahead, Reed.
Yeah, go ahead, Reed.
Yeah, shut up, Noor.
Dressing up like God.
I'll let you take the reins
You
on
and your
this one.
fucking sick ass fantasies. Like you get your dick out.
Was that
and
gay of me to
Kyle-
suggest us shoot a gay porn?
You know, I'm sorry. You're
That's-
right. It's art. You're
Straight
just
love
looking
it.
at it like, look, it probably just works because he's a fit, smaller fella, and I'm a big, fatter man.
Yeah,
So
I would
we
rather
mold
see
like a yin
Kyle
and a
blow
yang.
you than you blow Kyle.
Yeah,
I
that
would
would
just
be weird if I blew Kyle.
Thanks, man.
right?
sure. Goddamn, I thought we got out of this. Anyway, Reed, what have you been up to?
No, I'm glad you brought up the good point of that's what matters.
Yeah, that is what
Like
matters.
nobody wants to watch me suck Kyle's dick.
Wait, no, that's not right. 'Cause he's got a big old punch and shit. Like it'd be so that the angles would be bad. I'd have to like rest his gun on the top of
in
my
the
head.
shadows,
Yeah.
from his
You want to see the
from his balls.
you suck my dick because I got the abs. You know what I mean? I got the rock hard
I think
abs.
it'd be a lot more entertaining because we wouldn't even be able to see your head. I would just plop up my fat, put you down there, just bloop,
And
like
you
a
just hear a bunch
weighted
of
blanket
noises.
on
Oh
your
my God.
fucking head.
I'm so sorry I brought that
That's
up, guys.
graphic.
I apologize from the bottom of my heart for bringing
Yeah.
that up.
Look what you've done.
I hate it.
Speaking of sucking God's dick, we can't get through. You like that?
I thought you were gonna say. So here's what I've been doing. Speaking of sucking God's dick,
I
so the
actually
last
went back
couple
to
weeks-
church.
so I
So
found
I've been
Jesus.
masturbating in church. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
I don't think that we can continue on in this podcast unless we mention the passing of Norm MacDonald,
Ah, good call.
Jesus.
which is a big deal to me
Oh,
personally.
Norm. Just the
Yeah,
best.
it's a fucking
One
bummer.
of those that was not only just a hilarious man, but I looked at more of like a philosopher like Carlin.
Yeah.
He was just somebody who just looked at the world outside the box, and I can't tell you how many times I've heard a Norm MacDonald thought, not so much a joke, and gone like, where was I for that? It was right in front of my face the
Yeah.
entire time. Like, holy fuck! Like, what a genius!
And also just like the wit on the spot, unreal. Anything he did live, like if anyone hasn't seen it, he did the Norm MacDonald show. It was like
Yeah.
a podcast thing. It was on YouTube, and then
Netflix picked it
Netflix
up
picked
for
it
a
up
season.
briefly.
Yeah.
It was way better when it was on YouTube because Netflix kind of made him kind of toned him down.
Yeah, he had to actually be like a host, which he wasn't.
Which he wasn't because he's
No,
Norm
no, he's
MacDonald.
Norm
no, he's
MacDonald.
anti-host. He's like, so I'm supposed to sit here.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of forget the whole
They
story.
told me to read from these blue rectangles.
Yeah. What's the point of that?
You know.
That's stupid.
He's
he-
the fucking best, dude. That
Well,
is
he
a
got
huge bummer, man.
canned. He got fired from SNL because he like wouldn't do what they told him to do.
He was only
basically.
doing what he thought was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why he got fired from Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. To have the level of
The
not
funniest
giving
show.
a fuck,
Yeah.
like especially then. I mean, it's. I feel like SNL has lost some of the luster in the last like 10 years or
No,
so.
it definitely has.
I mean, it definitely.
I would
has.
go as far as say it's lost
All of
it.
the luster.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
it's one of the more like popular comedy outputs that is really scared.
They
Not
don't
so
take a
much
lot of
like I don't
risks.
give a shit. I'm gonna do like compared to like Chappelle's show or something
Yeah.
like that. Like
It's very
SNL,
safe.
Yeah, but back in like the 60s, 70s, and 80s, SNL rocked.
90s,
in the 90s too.
bro.
The 90s
That's
were
when
rock and
Norm was
roll for
doing it,
SNL.
yeah.
Now it's very wookish. Like, oh, I don't know if we should have Bill Burr as a host because he may.
You
say
mean
something.
woke, not wook.
Whatever.
It's not a bunch of white guys with dreads who listen to Fish. It's a little different.
Sorry.
That's woke. Woke. It is definitely very woke, and it's very safe political opinions and things like that.
Yeah, and he was one of those guys. Matt's right. We're like, they're like, all right, the times have passed. You need to cut it out with the OJ jokes. He's like, no, I'm not.
No, it's funny to
Nah.
do that.
Nah, I'm gonna keep doing that.
It's a funny joke. Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't give a shit.
Holy fuck! I saw one of his skits the day he died on YouTube, and it's when he hosted what's the sports
ESPYs.
Oscars? The ESPYs.
Yes,
he hosted
bro.
the ESPYs.
He hosted the ESPYs?
Yeah,
Holy
and
shit, it's
who was the
good.
guy who won
I
the
didn't know that.
Oh, Kyle would know. Who's the guy who won the Heisman he was a defensive player.
Charles Woodson.
Charles Woodson.
Yeah, so Charles he was hosting.
Gotcha.
I
And
can't
he,
believe you beat me to. I'm a
Michigan
Michigan
guy.
fan.
I
yeah.
know.
yes, yeah.
I was
I
like-
love football.
I was
though.
like, wait, was there one more recently? And I was like, no, there wasn't. And it was
that
too
D
late.
end from Ohio State, I thought won it.
No, he was not. He was
Oh, he was
nominated. So was Ndamukong Suh. Anyways,
Jesus fucking
Keep
nerds.
going.
so was Tyron Matthew. Go on.
He was
Go
at,
on.
So was Jabril Peppers. Go on.
He was at the Etsy's, and is it Epsies or Etsy's?
ESPYs.
Is it-
Now
is
you
it
got
ESPN with a Y on it.
Okay.
ESPY.
He's looking out in the crowd. He's just like, Charles Woodson, everybody. Charles Woodson received the Heisman as a defensive player for the first time. Give a round of applause for Charles Woodson. And it's such an honor to get the Heisman, and no one can ever take that away from you, ever. Unless you murder your wife and a waiter. Then maybe. And like half the crowd is like hail.
Oh no!
Like it was so early for that kind of shit. And yeah, just the on and on.
Oh, I need to watch
And then-
that.
oh,
That's
It's
God.
great.
so good, bro.
And then it
That's
went on
awesome.
he
to
makes
like
a
him
lot of people uncomfortable.
oh my god, so
That was
perfect.
his best. That was one of his best attributes besides writing a fucking joke.
And all of his
He
OJ
made
jokes are
so
just so
many
fucking
people
great.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, and gave no
and he
shits about
loved it.
Yeah.
Like
Sit
him on the
stare
View,
at him, bro.
Oh my
Revel in
God,
it.
Yeah.
so funny. Like him on the View, and they're just like, "Is it true that you've only like read 3 books in your life? What makes you think you can have an opinion?" And he's just looking like, "I'm surprised that you do." You know?
Yeah. He was like, "What do you do here?"
Yeah.
And you
Could
couldn't
you
like,
get me a sandwich or something?
you couldn't upset him. Like, is there a clip of Norm MacDonald ever being like upset or yelling at someone or
No.
none? He was just
Oh.
very mellow, dude.
Also, random thing I just thought of. Speaking of SNL, there's and I didn't really realize it until I saw like a random YouTube video. But him and Chris Kattan, he basically hated Chris Kattan. Like you could tell, he didn't actually say, but you could tell by like his demeanor. He just thought Chris Kattan was a hack and like not
Yeah.
actually that funny. And he basically just kept publicly insinuating that Chris Kattan was gay. Like all the time. And Chris Kattan fucking hated it. Dude.
no reason.
Bro.
Just like, well, you know, I mean, whatever you're into kind of thing. He's like, what do you like? And he'd be like, yeah. Like they'd be like he'd be like talking to a reporter and Chris Kattan would come up and like give him a hug and be like, yeah, I'm here with Norm. Like, yeah, whatever. Just kind of like face palm him away and be like, yeah, you know, I think he's gay. And then just, I don't know if you said that, but would fuck with him just
Yeah.
like in front of
It
people.
was kind of his attitude,
Oh,
basically.
Gave no shits about Chris Kattan. And Chris Kattan was always like, why doesn't Norm MacDonald like me?
Yeah, when he was on Larry King, bro, one of my favorite Norms is Larry King asked him, he's like, what is something the public doesn't know about you? And Norm goes, well, they don't know I'm a extremely closeted gay man, and I would never tell anyone about it. And Larry's like, what? You're a gay man? He's like, no, I'm in the closet.
No,
no.
of course not.
No,
Right.
of course I'm not.
It's him being like, I would never tell you that. It's like, well, you just did. He's like, no, I didn't.
No, I didn't. He goes, whoa, now, buddy. It ends with him having Larry King like be like, oh, so you're gay, and then Norm being like, whoa, now easy, buddy.
Oh, it's great.
That's so
That's
fucking
perfect.
funny.
I saw him on Conan a long time ago, and it was like they still do it on a lot of talk shows, but like he was first, the next guest comes up,
Yeah.
and they still like he's like sitting out to the side, and the one guest comes up and she's on some sitcom at the time
Yep.
that like you've never heard of and
Oh,
shit.
I know what
And-
you're talking about.
And he starts just throwing out zingers, like making fun of her, and everyone's dying, but he's doing it so often that there's a point where Conan says to her, she's like what are you working on next? She's like, oh, I've got this upcoming movie. It's called Chairman of the Board, and Conan just looks at Norm because there's like it's silent for half a second. He just looks at Norm. He's like, "You're gonna do anything with that?" And they kind of like laugh, and then like it's like they like are just about to move on, and Norm butts in and he goes, Bored spelled Bored.
And Conan fucking loses it.
Dude,
bro.
the whole crowd explodes. It was like perfect.
Oh my god. Yeah, and also my favorite roast ever was the roast of Bob Saget with Norm MacDonald.
Yes.
Who didn't take the whole thing seriously.
Yeah.
And anybody normal that would watch Norm MacDonald do the roast of Bob Saget would watch it and be like, this really isn't that funny. But if you listen closely, it's all the comedians on stage that are
dying.
rolling on
Yeah.
the floor,
Yeah.
dying. They're like, he's fucking doing this.
On
For
purpose.
those-
He's
for the-
bombing on purpose.
Yes.
He's bombing on purpose.
And
yeah.
wasn't he like, because they do the thing where everyone makes fun of everybody. Wasn't he sitting there with like a newspaper or something?
He had
And
like,
every time they make fun of him, he'd be like,
cards.
huh?
yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, he'd be
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
what, did
cards.
you say something?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
For those listening who don't know what we're talking about, there was the roast of Bob Saget, and Norm MacDonald went up to do his bit, and he did nothing but very bad, corny dad jokes.
Like, yes.
He
And-
got him out of a book, but he just replaced the subject with the Deos's name. The Deos, is that what they call it?
The
The comedians.
The subject.
the roast.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's like the everybody
Yeah.
in the panel. Yeah.
Yeah, and he just like bombed on purpose, and all the
Just-
comedians were absolutely dying. Bob Saget was pissing himself laughing, and it's just a great. I think it's one of the epitome of like the great Norm MacDonald moment, because he's somebody. From somebody trying to be a comedian, he's somebody that truly doesn't care if he bombs. So he has this freedom on stage that he's so comfortable and can do whatever the fuck he wants. And he already knows going up that he's not going to satisfy everybody, which is my favorite Norm MacDonald quote that Jared and I were talking about recently. And that's being a comedian is a superpower, and you're not going to save everybody.
That's dope.
That's awesome.
So he's just like, go up knowing you're not going to make everybody laugh.
Yeah.
And then there's just a sense of freedom. And that's the kind of thing I see when I look at Newland do comedy. I'm like, God damn it, Matt looks fucking bulletproof. Like, he just doesn't care. And as much as you'll admit that you're nervous and shit, you probably just don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I do. Sometimes if I bomb hard enough, I'll throw the mic on the ground. But like, that's about
Only
it.
every once in a while.
Yeah, I'm not going to fight it if it's happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, big shout out to Norm MacDonald. He was a big deal.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I may even like name my kid Norm.
I love
I love Norm.
One of
MacDonald
those
so
dad
much.
jokes in that roast. He was just like Bob Saget, man is beautiful as a flower. A cauliflower.
Yeah. Your face
And then he
looks like a cauliflower.
cauliflower. Yeah. It just like stares him down,
Yeah.
and I was like, "What?"
He's on Bill. The first time I saw Norm was on Billy Madison, and I still use one of his jokes. It's when Billy like asks, like, "What day is it?" And Norm just looks up and goes, "October." So when anyone asks me what day it is, I just think of the month
You
and I
just
say
the
it.
month.
Yeah,
That's great.
it's good every time.
October,
October.
classic Norm.
I loved his. He had this like running bit where he would make fun of teachers. He'd do it in his act every now and then, but like on the Stern Show or wherever he's on radio,
Yeah.
they would talk about teachers, and he'd have this bit. He's like, "Oh, what grade do you teach?" And they'd be like 10th grade, and he'd be like, "Oh, so you need an 11th grade education." Every time.
He does the same bit, but he talks about how heroic teachers
Yeah,
are.
yeah, yeah.
Like, oh, they're heroes.
The real heroes. I think the real heroes are the real heroes. I think he has another quote. I'm probably butchering it though. He goes like, "The best joke is a punchline that has the setup in it." So something you say in the setup, you also say in the punchline.
hard.
You know what I mean?
Interesting.
It's
Okay.
wild. I can't think of an example right now
Mm.
besides the
Just like
teacher one I just did.
Yes.
I think the real heroes are
the
the real heroes.
I like that. That's interesting. That's an interesting way to think about putting it together.
Yeah.
What a guy. Holy shit. If anyone listening, just go down a YouTube rabbit hole of Norm
Yeah.
MacDonald.
Speaking of death, let's talk about Gabby Petito. You guys haven't been keeping up on this, huh?
Oh, no.
the Brian Laundrie, Gabby Petito saga.
I'm not part of Instagram and shit.
Let me catch you up on it. This is basically what happened. So about mid-September.
Back in '63. Oh no, that was late September. Fuck. So
this chick went on a crossroad van trip with her boyfriend or fiance. And which get in their van and gives a bad name to people with vans because I have one and I resent them for that. Just him, basically, not her. It was her van though. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So they go on a road trip, and he comes back to his house without her.
Right.
She's just not there.
She's just gone.
She's gone, and everybody in America was like, "Oh well, he killed her."
Well, this girl was like an Instagram influencer.
Yeah, and it just
van life.
So
right?
Yeah, something like
People
that.
are just drawn to this story too. So anyway, he comes back without her, and everyone's like, "Okay, well she's dead, and he killed her." And the FBI was like, "Well, now hold on a second."
Like it does seem very much that way.
Now let's see his side of this here.
Every single person in America was like, "She's dead, and that dude killed her." And the FBI was like, "No, not yet. I don't think so." The Federal Bureau of Investigation was like, "I don't know."
Let's keep an open mind here.
Every single person in America
was like, "We know what happened."
And
kind of like, O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, or Waco, Texas. Just a colossal fuck up on their part. And turns out they didn't do anything to him or arrest him or even keep a fucking eye on him because now the dude's missing.
Oh, he just left?
Just missing. They don't know where he is. Still to this day, while we're talking right the fuck now, he's still gone.
There was a middle part where cops pulled them over and she was like freaking out or some shit.
She
in the
was
passenger
crying.
Seat.
She like admitted to hitting him, but other eyewitnesses were like, "Well, yeah, he was hitting her too." So they separated them for a night, which is like Utah state law or some shit.
That's kind of weird.
So they put him in a hotel. She got to stay in the van. And then they met up, went to the Tetons. He killed her, drove home by himself. And now he's gone.
Well, the real question is,
damn,
what did she say or do to deserve it?
Exactly.
That's what I want to know.
Bro, it's I don't know, she probably brought the wrong hiking socks or something.
Yeah, and he was like, "I've had it with the socks."
With the socks, god damn it.
We've been talking about this forever.
I have seen a picture since all this happened. My buddy at work showed me a picture of this girl and the dude, and my first thought was like, you don't think that this guy's a criminal?
Yeah.
Does he just look like a murderer?
He just looks like some dude who sells like ecstasy outside of a hockey stadium. He just looks like a scumbag.
Why do those guys get all the hot Instagram chicks?
He just looks like a fucking
deal with that.
I haven't killed one chick my whole life. Sitting here single as a toad. Dude.
Yeah, ugly as fuck. God damn it.
I mean? What the fuck, bro?
Bullshit.
It's bullshit.
Damn.
Single as a toad is an expression. That's great.
That's a fucking Idaho thing.
Yeah,
single as a fucking toad, dude.
Anything toads is funny in Idaho. Regardless, everyone knew he murdered her, and the FBI was like, not yet.
Well, we can't even keep an eye on him or anything. He's definitely not a credible
He's
witness or
burgers
suspect.
And shit. Yeah, no, they labeled him as a
burgers.
person of interest.
Yeah, but not a person of interest that you
for murder.
Watch.
So flattering.
Keep you not that interesting, I guess you could say.
Person of interest.
Person of mild interest that will not keep an eye on.
So you think he's just went Unabomber and he's just living in the woods somewhere or what?
No, I don't think he's even that fucking smart.
The more time that goes on, I do. When he was first missing, I was like, oh, that dude went and killed himself.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, he lawyered up and then
now,
fucking jumped ship. He's like in Costa Rica or some shit.
You
He's not stupid enough to hide out in the wilderness.
But do you think it's easy to just get out of the country like that?
Not with cell phones and shit, which is wild, dude.
Well, you definitely don't take your cell phone with you.
Never.
This is not catch me if you can kind of shit. It is a little bit more complicated now.
I mean, that dude was
Yeah.
smart as fuck, though. Leo DiCaprio was smart as hell.
Yeah,
and
but
he
back
got
then
caught.
you could just like walk into a fucking bank and get like $16,000 just from having really good hot glue and hot water.
Yeah.
And just altering some documents. You know,
Right.
today it's a
and
little
saying
different.
I concur.
Yeah,
you
you can't just come in and be like, I have a check for $250,000.
Yeah.
And they'll look at you and be like, sir, this is made out of typewriter.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, no.
like we're. I'm
No,
not.
No, it's
You'd be
not.
arrested.
This is from Pan Am. They're like, ma'am, sir, Pan Am doesn't exist.
Whatever you want.
They would just look at you and then look down and press the button and then just wait.
Trap door would
Sure,
open
just
and
tell
you
me-
fly.
Just
down.
tell me more about this is all the cash that you have because you're 22.
Yeah.
Good news though is Dog the Bounty Hunter's on the case now. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Fuck you.
I swear to God,
Out of retirement to catch
Dog
this.
the Bounty Hunter is searching for this.
So you
fucking
tell me
guy.
there's
scumbag.
there's like a bounty on this guy.
In Dog's eyes
And
there
like
are.
and like in the eyes of the dog.
And out of the dog
the
there is.
big bad dog.
Yeah, bro. Nothing would make me happier in the world than
And
if Dog the Bounty Hunter
catches this guy. What's his name again?
Brian Laundrie
Brian Laundrie.
He gives Brian Laundrie like $400 and a key to a car. He's
Catches
just like,
him.
go with Christ.
brings him back with a
Good Christ,
fucking
bro.
black eye.
He
He's
just
like,
comes back. He's just covered in bear mace.
drops him on the fucking fire station.
It's just like I fucking got him. Now we're gonna put him in rehab and talk about Jesus.
Yep.
And then he just ties him up in front of a police station with the dog symbol on him, like he's Batman.
He rides off into the sunset. I'd be good with any other news story.
I'd watch that movie.
No,
Yeah.
Adam Laundrie's
Hard.
probably somewhere fucking very dark and away.
Hopefully, hell.
Hopefully he killed himself. Yeah.
What a fucking
By
douchebag.
himself, alone as can be.
What a dick.
Yeah.
The
I mean,
Unabomber's like cool compared to this asshole.
Again, though, everyone in America knew that this dude killed her,
And then
but
let
the
him go.
FBI.
And they let him off the hook.
FBI sucks.
FBI does suck, and they killed everyone at Waco too. Pieces of shit.
And the
Well, them and the DEA, they were both.
That's true.
tobacco and
responsible.
it was.
firearms.
You're right. That's what it really. More
I'm sorry,
was.
not DEA,
ATF.
it's the ATF. My bad.
ATF.
Yeah.
I almost said the,
Another useless
I
bureau
almost
that
said
we
the
don't
TSA.
need.
I was like, they're probably responsible in this
The
for some reason.
alcohol,
I hope
tobacco,
so.
and
Yeah.
firearms. That's like being like, we're part of the Bureau of Corn, Wheat, and Cotton.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
So
corn
we
wheat,
needed this specifically.
but only if corn, wheat, and collie was like really awesome.
Yeah.
Because alcohol, tobacco, and firearms pretty rad.
Kind of the reason you live in Montana.
It's like the best. It's like all the best stuff,
all the best shit.
and they ruin it.
Yeah, if you work for the ATF, it's like you basically just have to get narc tattooed on your dick.
Yeah. And then
Or
chop it off.
pussy. Or
Oh,
pussy.
sorry.
Oh, yeah.
There's like 3
Yeah.
girls that work for
Don't
the
be a
ATF.
misogynist. Women can be narcs too, Reed.
There's true. There's like 3 women for the ATF, and they all used to be chefs in Austin, and now they lift weights and they're part of the ATF.
Yeah, they all have tribal tattoos.
Look, I just want to help out. I just want to save some lives.
Try to save lives, bro. Find Christ. All right, I think that's a good place to end it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I think we
gotta go
covered
to
all of our
bed,
bases.
We
dude.
covered a lot of good shit, Kyle. What's the future of Steamboat Comedy?
The
at
future
We're
of
done. We're retired,
Steamboat
dude.
Comedy. That's a good question. I was singing because I was stalling. I don't know.
We're done, right?
Yeah, we're just gonna wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up.
We're
just gonna keep doing murder podcasts.
We hit the top of Mount Olympus. We've hit the peak of comedy.
Yeah. Adam Kalen Holland.
Yeah. That's it.
Fucking A. No, we're
No,
we're
we're
chilling
gonna,
for a bit, dude.
We'll be
It's
back
slow season.
probably.
I've been telling everyone late October. 'Cause people have been asking.
Either-
Like, when are you guys doing another show? I get recognized at the UPS store.
Hell
I think
yeah,
I
buddy.
told you that.
Hell yeah.
When I'm at the UPS store, I get recognized for comedy. When I'm
Like,
doing
hey, you're the
comedy,
guy who
I get
hates
recognized for being
Amazon.
at the UPS store. It's always opposites.
That's awesome. No,
Yeah, but people have been asking. I'm always like, late October. That's just ballparking.
that's a solid ballpark.
Yeah.
Probably either the last week of October or the first week of November.
Yeah.
Is what I'm aiming for to bring back the open mics. It depends on.
We gotta fucking bash it at the Barley again. We keep talking about it. We gotta do one there, man.
It's not me who's not.
I
making
know
it
it's
happen.
not you, bro.
Put it that way. That's how. That's
Come
how,
on, Kyle, schmooze him.
Yeah, I gotta give him the schmooze.
Give him the schmooze. Put on the name tag in the suit and go around and schmooze. I've seen you do it, man.
I know a lot of schmooze. Don't get me wrong.
He knows how to schmooze, dude. I've seen it firsthand at Ragnar's.
Sounds like a racial slur, schmooze.
Yeah, a
You
lot of-
fucking schmooze.
Yeah.
That's what you call people from Ohio. You fucking schmooze.
You dirty
Put
fucking
on your
schmooze.
suit and your fucking shoulder
Yeah.
pads, you fucking schmooze.
Yeah. Go eat your spaghetti and chili, you fucking schmooze.
Go back to your poverty in the Rust Belt, you fucking
Yeah.
schmooze.
Go back to your flat former swamp farmlands and eat corn.
Look at what we're doing on this podcast right now. We have a new thing. Look at that. A schmooze.
A
Put it
schmooze.
in the fucking Websters, dude. A schmooze. It is a notoriously great, shape-shifting, convincing person from Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
They're all witches.
I like that you threw in shape-shifting. I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Makes me seem way more interesting.
Yeah, you mold your environment to your needs. You're
Schmoozing.
shape-shifting.
Yeah. That's good.
Yes.
That's good, Reed. Should be in the dictionary.
I shape other shifts.
Like how you shape-shifted your freaking bedroom into a podcast studio because you're from Ohio.
And I schmoozed it.
I fucking schmoozed it because I'm a schmooze.
They're like, where's the studio? Like, let me go schmooze up my room. And they're like, whoa, is this the same house? And I'm like, yeah, it is. So we'll be back November. Basically, the short story is I'm working on planning everything out. Hopefully in the next week or so, I'll have essentially the whole winter planned. Is what I'm going for.
Nice.
Right on.
And I will let you know what's going on. In the meantime, I'm doing a show in Lockhart, Texas in a couple weeks, which is going to be awesome, with a friend of the show, two-time guest of the Steamboat Comedy Podcast, Robbie Bernstein.
Hey,
Howdy.
He and I are doing a show down there as part of a Renegade University weekend. It's going to be awesome.
Spreading the great anarchist word of the Libertarian Party.
Goddamn right,
Cheers,
buddy.
Kyle.
Cheers. We're fucking doing it.
Don't infringe on my rights.
Yeah.
But
Motherfuckers.
do whatever you want.
Yeah.
That's right.
Two libertarians and a Republican. This is a great podcast.
Don't label me as anything, please.
Yeah.
Open
that's
mics, we're going to start those up sometime.
Sometime probably beginning of November.
And,
Check
yeah.
out Matt's gonna maybe do some stuff in Idaho.
And maybe in Boise. We'll see. Who fucking knows,
Well, who
really, man.
fucking
I'll do some open
knows?
mics there, if nothing else.
Yeah. So we're gonna
Just
do
wild because I could draw a crowd. You're going to want to see these jokes, baby.
no big fucking
I'll
deal.
be starting my supplementary artistic persona, which will be miming in front of McKnight's.
Oh, thank God.
No,
Yeah.
Reed, you're going to get ripped.
Are you
This
gonna
is-
be?
this
Are
is
you gonna
gonna
call
be the-
yourself a McMime?
This is gonna be a meek meme. This is gonna be the best part of Reed's artistic splendor for October. I'm not going to talk.
Thank God.
I know it's been a long coming. Yeah, but I'm gonna do stand-up comedy without
Gonna
talking.
be
You're
somehow
not
the
gonna
world's
drink.
loudest mime.
Yeah, world's loudest mime. Like you'll see it with my eyebrows. They'll be like, "Reed, calm down."
Or you'll just like move and you're like, whoa.
I'll just fall and go. "Arrgh!" I'm like you're a terrible mime.
You know, sound effects count, Reed.
Alternative miming coming soon to a McKnight's near you. Try the
Yes.
Thai nacho briskets. Fantastic.
Love it. All right, so yeah, everybody stay tuned. We got some cool shit coming, and that's about it.
If
Yes.
you haven't seen Waterworld, check it out. It's fucking pretty good.
Or Dances with
It's
Wolves.
Dances with
It's-
Wolves.
Those are, I think, Norm MacDonald's two best movies. So
yeah.
check it out.
All day, all night.
All day, all night, all day. We'll see you next time. Thanks.
Podcast
for
at night.
listening.
Check it out.
Rain or shine, it's here to make you laugh. It's the Steamboat Comedy Podcast. It's the Steamboat Comedy Podcast.